Thursday evening, still a little rain around. What is going on in the tropics farther out in the Atlantic basin is two spots. Neither has a very high chance of developing. This is a spot where we may eventually see some organization or some trying to get going of a low pressure area there. And then this one really doesn't look like much of a concern pretty much for anyone. Very low chance of developing and way out in the Atlantic. But just looking at that atmospheric rotation, models are not really very aggressive with this system. They actually have another wave maybe curving off to the north Friday. This is many days from now, though. So we will track everything, but nothing is anywhere close to us. And you might be wondering, well, why have things been so quiet? We're here at the almost peak of the season where we typically see a huge increase in activity. Well, one thing is, first of all, the dry air. We've had a lot of dry air, and you have to look at that column going up in the atmosphere, not just the water that is very, very warm, but also what's happening above it. And when you have dry air, it just kind of doesn't make it easy for these systems to get going. Also, there's still Saharan dust still swirling out here, and indications have been there will be breaks in it. But sometimes you get the Saharan dust finishing up much earlier in the year, but we're still seeing it in late August. So that's helping us out too. Some of these waves have been coming farther north off the coast of Africa instead of around Senegal, more like Western Sahara. So that puts it actually into the one spot in the ocean where we do have some cooler waters, although very, very warm waters are still out over the Caribbean and the Gulf. In fact, record ocean heat content for those spots. So why so quiet? Just to sum up, there is the dry air and dust, even though there is the super hot water. Those waves have been coming farther to the north and not into the zone where they need to get to tap into that warm water. And also, I mentioned this a while ago, La Nina is developing a lot more slowly than previously thought. We're still in a neutral phase. We're not in La Nina yet, although it could have developed around this time. And that, of course, enhances hurricane formation. So the models or the forecasters like NOAA and Colorado State still call for up to 23 or 24 named storms. It is going to be really hard to add 20 or so named storms to what we've already seen in the span that we have left in hurricane season. Not to say there will not be an increase in activity. We are expecting that to eventually happen. We will have some more named storms, I'm sure. But again, to get that number to bring us to those kind of forecast numbers that have been called for, that would be pretty tough. So 7-day forecast, no threats here. Rain chances continuing into the weekend and into Labor Day.